Thank you, Shreya and our group for an extraordinary performance, also storytelling through your act. And also thank you to our beautiful audience, अहिलेसम्म साथ दिइराख्नु भएको छ. अब चाहिँ I think it's time to leave. The next group is coming to view upcoming stories. Therefore, thank you all the audience present here. Shreya and our group for beautiful storytelling, not only through your voice, not through only your words, but also action. Now, to present her story, I would like to welcome Miss Monica Pan here on the stage.
Hello everyone, and namaste भन्न चाहन्छु सबैलाई. मैले यो कथा आफ्नै जीवन बनाएर लेखेको हो. यो चाहिँ एउटा प्रेम कथा हो र सृजनाशील कथा पनि हो. अनि म चाहिँ यसलाई सकेसम्म इङ्ग्लिसमा भन्न गइरहेको छु. सो सुनिदिनु होला. Character makes the story complete. It all started with a girl named Pixie. She was a 12-year-old girl pursuing her study in grade 8. Her life wasn't glamorous or anything, just a typical ordinary girl who was grateful for everything she ever had. On May 31st, her birthday coming up, she was pretty much excited because ever since childhood, she was taught that hitting teenage is growing up. And on her mind, said growing up means exploring new things. But only if she knew that growing up only gives you more responsibility than joy. And only if she knew growing up comes with great challenges. And the day it was her 13th birthday. And to her it was a new step of life. Stepping onto being a teenager. It might not seem a big deal, but on her 13th birthday, all the electricity went off. Only one candle was lighting up the whole room, and that candle was the cake candle. She blew off the only candle that was giving her light. A week passed, life seems normal, nothing seems that new. But that was when, for the first time, she heard about something called crush. One of her friends, named Lara, confessed her friend on how she had a crush on one of her classmates, Umesh. Pixie didn't seem to notice the guy till her friend mentioned his name. Umesh was a kind guy who was quiet and unnoticeable. He was pretty good looking too, not gonna lie. He was the kind of a guy to help you out on your need, but would be left unnoticed cause he didn't talk that much. And that was when Lara asked Pixie to help her out to get together with her crush. Pixie didn't hesitate. She promised that she would make him date her. It was hard to start a conversation with him physically, so Pixie searched out his ID on social media and tried to exchange them with him. And eventually, he did reply. On the thought that it would get awkward, she didn't brought the crush topic. 2 weeks passed, they became closer through text. And that was when she finally spilled the tea. Umesh wasn't that shocked when he found out about it and politely denied Lara's proposal. Pixie couldn't bring herself to open up about the rejection to Lara, thinking how devastated would she be when she would hear that her crush didn't like her. But 2 days later, she finally did. And to her shock, Lara seems unbothered. Maybe it was all just a one-day crush. After that rejection, whole class knew about Lara feeling for Umesh. Even though our message seems private, but there were some snitchers in our classroom. Maybe that's how the message got out. And it was a hassle for 2-3 days and rest well. It flew off pretty quickly. But Pixie, on the other hand, seemed to have started to like Umesh. Their 1-minute word accents started to last longer. They would talk about each other and they started to get to know each other more. Days passed by and now their 20-minute talk started to last more than an hour. The time she used to spend on studying and doing homework was now a texting session. It all changed her lifestyle since she started to talk too much. She started to stick mobile like a parasite. I went on. One day passed. Pixie's best friend, Priya, also opened up to her about how she had a boyfriend at such a young age. Pixie was furious at first for not telling it to her before, but was also happy that she got someone for herself. Then Priya's boyfriend, who is one of her classmates named Krish, also started to get closer to Pixie. And Pixie opened up about this text with Umesh, and soon 4 of them became a good close friend. In order to stay updated with each other, they formed a group named Hello Sathi, which soon became one of their comfort zone. They would talk about each other and flirt with each other. They knew almost everything about each other, their lifestyle and everything, at text. But at school, it was the same. They would only exchange sweet glances, never a word. It went on for a whole year. They were starting to neglect their studies, and one day suddenly the whole class knew about their relationship. And someone leaked their group chat. And to be clear, it wasn't any fault of them, because they knew if the chat would get leaked, they would get trouble in school, and the thing would go to HOD. So, in our school, HOD forbade them from creating any kind of group chats, and that's how they knew that it was someone else from the class and not any one of them. Soon after exchanging some words together, 4 of them found out that the guy that Pixie liked, Umesh, gave his ID to one of his friends and leaked the chat. A guy named Rock that liked Pixie found about it, and to my surprise, the guy threatened Pixie that he would take the words to HOD. And Umesh saw it all when Pixie was trying to comfort him. And maybe something clicked on him that day, because later on, he blocked all of her contact. They were not in touch and everything. One morning class, he came to know that the next day, Umesh was dating a new girl. And Pixie, she was devastated. In order to get back at him, she dated different guys. She started to flirt to her classmate, and it didn't work. All it did was mess her life more. But the way she started bullying Umesh started to become irregular. Maybe Pixie was getting out of hand. Only time she could ever see him was at the school exams. Maybe it was all an affection, and slowly they grew distance. 4 of them started to be apart from each other, and in the journey she lost it all. Her knowledge, her friends, and the ones she loved. Maybe it is true. Young teenage love is truly a curse. Thank you.